Well, with the singing of our national anthem, we're about set to go. I was just looking over to my left, a lot of former Massena Red Raiders sitting over there. I see Jeff Tayo and Tommy Post and Joey Fauché and Chris Cameron.
And they're out of Section 1 down in Westchester.
All righty. And we're ready to go as Jason Converse steps into the face-off circle against Tom Ellis. The Division I semifinal game is about set to go here. The Massena Red Raiders and the Blue Streaks of Saratoga. Good afternoon again, everybody. Glad to have you along. We're sorry you couldn't make the trip to Utica, but we'll do our best to keep you up to date on what's happening in this hockey game. Off the face-off, Ryan Kerwin from Massena bangs it off the boards, deep in streak territory. Defenseman picking it up is Lewis. He has it knocked away, comes back to the blue line, kept in, Kerwin trying to flip it in the corner, knocked away, and right back come the Streaks as they move it out of the zone. Lewis dumps it into the Massena zone, rounds the boards. Corey David will gather it in there and start to move it out. Here's David. We have a whistle, and I think they call the offside. Yeah, that's what it's going to be, an offsides call against Saratoga. They waited and waited, but he never cleared the zone, and when he touched the puck as it was coming back out again, the whistle blew, and it was called. Ellis will face off against Converse just outside the Massena zone. Off the draw, puck in the Raiders zone, picked up by Joy. Joy headman to David, trying to go to Converse, knocked away. Back come the Streaks. They dump it in the zone. In the corner it goes. Joy ahead to Spanberg. Spanberg has it knocked away, gets it back again. Trying to move it ahead to Converse. Converse can't quite move it back into Spanberg. Josh comes back, or that's Corey David throwing a check, and the puck knocked back inside Massena territory. Joy back after it for the Raiders. Coming into forecheck is Santamore. That's Mark Santamore. His pad almost steals the pass, but the Raiders move it ahead out to neutral zone. Here comes Corey David. Flips it inside Saratoga territory. Raiders want to make a line change as the Adam Blaze line comes out for the Red Raiders. Massena controls the puck. Here comes Blaze. Headman into the zone, meant for LaPointe, a little bit too far. Racing back after it is Jim Morrill, the defenseman. Loses it side of the net to Pribble. And Joey Santamore, the goaltender, is going to grab it and hold on for the face-off.
Trivia question for our listeners out there in MSA land, and we'll give them a little while to think about it to see if they can remember who scored the first goal 2 years ago for the Raiders when in that championship 10-0 game over Saratoga.
I know the answer to that one. Face-off right side in the Saratoga zone. LaPointe will take the face-off from Massena against Jeremy Wilson. Off the draw, puck in the corner. Streaks control on the defense. Trying to move it along the boards. Blaze pinches in, steals the puck. Trying to go back to the blue line. His pass intercepted out to neutral ice. Back is Pribble, gathering it in for the Raiders. He dumps it from the red line right back in Saratoga territory. After it there is Bernhard, the defenseman for Saratoga. He flips it ahead to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Picked up there by Wilson. He bangs it ahead. And the Blue Streaks dump it in the Massena zone. Luca Richards behind the net plays it for P.J. Rochford. Along the boards to Mike LaPointe. Back out, back in again. Delay offside. Streaks clear. Massena controls. Here's Dion. Bounce pass. Les Pribble. Pribble dumps it inside Saratoga territory. Raiders will get that third line out there. Seth Service out there along with Jamie Currier and Timmy O'Shea. Curran with the puck from Massena. Ryan circles back in his own end. Headman pass on the wing to Currier, who's celebrating his birthday today. Jamie Currier in the corner, gets by the check, takes it behind the net. Lots of room behind the net. Goes back to Kerwin at the point. He cranks it up, the shot right on. The save comes all the way back to the blue line. Kerwin keeps it in. Flipping it in the corner. It gets by O'Shea. In behind the net, Currier steals. Here's Currier, dipsy-doodling behind to O'Shea. O'Shea has it knocked away by the defense, and the Streaks bang it out to center ice and all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing call against Saratoga. Want to thank all our sponsors, and we have a whole bunch of them. We'll be talking about them as the game goes on, but we certainly appreciate their support. And we also want to thank our scoreboard sponsors, and this first period scoreboard, it's the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, and it's 0-0.
First shot of the game with about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes gone. A screenshot from the point by Ryan Kerwin, got through traffic, and Joey Santamore able to make the save.
Back out there, Jason Converse to take the draw. Off the face-off here, Spanberg in front, Dipsy Doodles can't get through, and the puck knocked away, and back come the Streaks out to neutral ice. They flip it in the Massena zone. Goes in the corner behind the net. Mike Dion there, rips it around the boards, intercepted. Bang back behind the net again. P.J. Rochford goes back to Dion, loses it side of the net, poked in behind again. Rochford drops it to Dion. Dion flips it around the boards, comes to Spanberg, who goes back to Dion in the corner. Over to Rochford. trying to flip it in front. He loses. Here's the shot. They score. Saratoga. Tommy Ellis gets the goal as a giveaway in the Massena zone. And Saratoga Blue Streaks take the lead 1-0.
Raider defenseman deep in the corner to the right of Luca Richards. Coughed up the puck, threw it up the slot area. And we've said that so many times, you can't do that. When you're not sure where you want to go with it, we're not sure who's open, just run it on the dasher. And the Raiders ran it right up the middle. And the only guy was there was number 22, Tommy Ellis. He's only a freshman. He picked up the puck at about the top of the circle, right in the middle of the ice, walked right in and beat Richards with a low shot along the ice to the stick side.
So Ellis will get the first goal unassisted, and the Raiders trail 1-0. Off the faceoff, puck back in the streak zone. They control and try to move it out. Here's a shot from center ice, bouncing deep, and that's going to be an icing call as it was on the wrong side of center ice for Saratoga. That'll move the faceoff back in their zone. Adam Blaze out there with Les Pribble and Mike Lapointe. Raiders trail 1-0 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard after a defensive giveaway in the Massena zone. Tommy Ellis getting the goal for the Streaks.
And I feel that line of Ellis, Bergen, and Sandamore, very young, a freshman, sophomore, and a junior, out there in a checking capacity against the Converse, Spanberg, and David line. They see if Coach Sandamore will match him up.
Off the faceoff, puck back to the blue line, kept in at the point, dumped in the corner, Saratoga zone. Back after it there is Jamie Boyce. Boyce with a puck now for Saratoga, circles behind his own net and starts it out. Here comes Boyce. Poke checked away at the red line, then dumped in the zone by Saratoga. Puck rips around the boards. In behind, Frank Joy from Massena overskates and gathers it in. Here's Joy, goes to Kerwin. Kerwin looking on the wing for Pribble. Out to Blaze. Here comes Adam Blaze from the red line. Flips it right on. Sandamore makes the save. Sticks it into the corner. Blaze digging in after it. He gets tied up by the defenseman. The puck squirts free. That's Tom Feltman, the defenseman. Now Pribble's in there. We got a penalty, I believe. And it's going to go against, it's an interference call against somebody.
It's going to be against Saratoga, I do believe. And the
I'm not sure who.
Going to go on the power play. The official time of that goal, 3:12. Tommy Ellis, unassisted for Saratoga. They're up 1-0, but the Raiders going to go on the power play.
Penalty against Scott Christian for interference.
Innocent-looking play along the boards over there, but
that'll give Massena the power play, trailing 1-0. Corey David, Josh Spanberg, Les Pribble, LaPointe and Joy at the points. Back to the point to Joy. Flips it in the corner. Spanberg back to Joy. Frank with a puck now. In the middle, fakes the shot, goes to Spanberg in the circle. Back to Joy at the point. He lost it, gets it back again, goes to Spanberg. Here's Josh, he's got room, skates in front, centers past LaPointe. He fired it just wide. Pribble digs it out of the corner. Trying to go back to LaPointe. Here's LaPointe's pass intercepted, and down the ice it goes. Great opportunity from Massena, and they just fired the puck wide. Raiders control neutral ice. Backhand pass goes to Joy, and he takes it across. Joy in the corner now. Stick handles, goes to Corey David behind the net. David to Spanberg to Joy, back to Spanberg at the 45. Josh, top of the circle, moves it back to the point. Around the horn, LaPointe to Spanberg, and it bounced over his stick in the corner. Good pass. It just handcuffed him. Back to the blue line, Joy, and it goes out to neutral ice. Massena has to regroup with about 30 seconds left in the power play. Here's LaPointe. Headman, Spanberg gets by the check. He can't come up with a puck, though, and it's knocked back out to center ice. 1-0, Saratoga leading here early in the first period. Got to figure the Streaks are happy to get that first goal.
Any team's happy to get the first one.
You betcha. Puck dumped in behind the net by Joy with 10 seconds left in the power play. LaPointe keeps it in at the point, flips it in the corner. It's intercepted. In behind the net, Corey David digs it, tries to go back to the point. Here's Dion's shot, save made. Rebound in the corner. They dig for it there. Penalty as he lapsed. Here's Spanberg trying to flip it behind the net. Picked up by the defenseman Lewis, and he rips it around the boards. Digging for it there is Pribble. Pribble knocks it free, but Saratoga will ice the puck. And that will be an icing call against the Streaks and move the faceoff back inside their territory. 9:04 left first period. Saratoga leading Massena 1-0 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
Some excellent scoring opportunities on that power play. The Raiders have worked it around really well, used the umbrella on that first time out, and Saratoga played an aggressive. They were right out on top of the blue line, but Raiders unsuccessful. Good job in there by Joey Santamore.
Seth Service takes the draw, wins the draw. P.J. Rochford flips one right on. The save made, rebound in front, score! Timmy O'Shea! And Massena ties it up 1-0. A shot from Rochford. O'Shea with a rebound, and Santamore out of the play, and O'Shea didn't miss. And the third line picks up a goal and puts Massena tied at 1.
And that's their first goal in the postseason, and it couldn't come at a better time. Timmy O'Shea, 2 things for the Streaks would like to have back. Joey Santamore made the initial save, wasn't able to control the rebound, and that's a Cardinal sin. And secondly, didn't get any help from his defense, allowed Timmy Shea to walk right in from off the circle and pick up his own rebound. Santamore down, he put him down, went to his left and had the empty net to tuck it in.
So the Raiders have tied things up 1-1 on a goal by Timmy O'Shea. Off the face-off, puck out to neutral ice. O'Shea, and the whistle blows, offsides the call.
That goal coming at the 6:02 mark. Timmy O'Shea, his 5th of the year. P.J. Rochford will pick up the assist. The shot came from P.J., and we mentioned Joey Santamore couldn't corral the rebound. O'Shea picked it up and had plenty of time to walk around Santamore, put him down, and put it in the empty net.
Off the face-off, puck just inside the Saratoga zone. Back out to neutral ice. They got a man breaking. They got 2 men breaking. They feed it in front. Here's a backhander save made. Rebound cleared in the corner. Big save by Luca Richards. Good clearing job by Jamie Courier on the 2-on-1. Blue Streaks have the puck, moving it back to the blue line. They can't control it, though. Raiders do, and O'Shea takes it ahead to Courier off his stick down the ice, in behind the net, picked up on the defense there by Tarantino. Around the boards, out to neutral ice, P.J. Rochford. Rochford bangs it ahead to the red line, knocked away, back inside Massena territory. Rochford back, picks it up behind the net. On the wing it goes. Here comes Service, just directing it out to neutral ice, dumped right back in the zone, and Rochford will pick it up in behind the net. We're all tied at a goal apiece. Here's Courier. Headman pass, just barely makes it out to neutral ice. Kind of telegraphed that one. But Massena controls and Service dumps. And the Raiders will make a line change as the converse line will come out there for Massena. Streaks move it to the Massena line. Picked up by Joy. Bangs it ahead for Corey David. David, cross-ice pass for Kerwin. Kerwin picks it up at the red line, dumps it deep in Saratoga territory. Puck around the board, stolen away by Corey David momentarily. He's knocked off the puck, comes back to the blue line. Joy flips to David. Here's David skating in front. Here's a shot, save made, rebound, he bangs at it. And covering up on the play is goaltender Joey Santamore holding on. Hard work there by Massena forward Corey David.
Corey David just coming in, just bowled over Tommy Feldman, the defenseman on the left side, and just came in from the board. Feldman tried to stop him, knocked him flat, and went in, and didn't have much to shoot for, going up top side, short side on Santamore, but Joey Santamore made the save, and that time was able, laying flat on the ice to corral the rebound.
Again, it will be Massena taking the face-off. Converse in the zone, wins the draw, back to Joy at the point. His shot, deflected just wide. Comes back to Kerwin at the other point. Sharp angle, he's going to take it in the corner. Flipping it behind the net. Runs into some traffic, gets it back again. Goes into the corner with it. Here's Kerwin, flipping it to David. David to Spanberg in front, shot, save! And Josh didn't get the kind of wood he wanted on it. What a great feed by Corey David.
And just great corner work by all 3 of them. Converse dug the puck out of the corner to the right of Santamore, threw it in behind the net where Corey David was stationed, and he just one-timed it right out in front, and Josh Spanberg coming right down the slot. He one-timed it, and only a great save by Santamore. The Saratoga defense are letting the Raiders just cruise through that slot area at will, and they have got to make some adjustments there. Boy, just another 2 golden opportunity, but Joey Santamore equal to the task. Josh Spanberg had him dead to rights.
Shots on net at this point, 8-2 for Massena. Off the faceoff, puck trickles right in front, then it's cleared into the corner by the defense. David digging it out for Massena. Goes in behind, hits the side of the net with it, and Santamore is going to cover it up as Converse was right on top of him, and we'll face it off again inside Saratoga territory. On the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, a 1-1 tie with 6:55 remaining in the first period.
Just prior to those last 2 excellent Raider opportunities, Saratoga had a great one down here when Andy Proler sent Michael Glotzberg in all alone on that right side, and Glotzberg just couldn't control it at the end, and he didn't get much on the shot, a weak little backhander, but he was sent in free, left his check at the blue line. Boy, you got to take that man all the way back to the net.
Adam Blaze to take the face-off for Massena. Off the draw. Puck in the corner, clear to the blue line, bounces out to center ice. Dion there for Massena, flips it right back in. Controlled by Saratoga, back out, rides the puck board all the way back in the Massena zone, picked up by Gilmore. His shot is blocked up over the glass by the Massena defenseman. That's P.J. Rochford, and we'll have a face-off inside Massena territory.
The Raiders caught a break there. The puck went up on the dasher in front of the penalty box, took a weird bounce by Mike Dion, and Saratoga had themselves a 3-on-1 break, and P.J. Rochford played it just a nice job. Raiders caught a break. The centering pass came across, hit Rochford's stick, and up over the glass. But there were 3 white shirts and just 1 blue shirt back for the Raiders.
Wilson,
1 red shirt, I should say.
Wilson will face off against Adam Blaze in the Massena zone left side of goaltender Luca Richards. Off the draw, Blaze wins it to himself. Flips it around the boards for Dion. Dion moves it ahead to Pribble. Pribble back to Blaze, a little bit too far, dumped back in the zone. Inside Massena territory, Mike Dion is there. Round the board to PJ. PJ flips to Blaze. Blaze starts out from Massena. Head man to Pribble. Pribble takes it in left side. Here's Pribble getting by the D. Centers it in front. LaPointe. Save. Blaze can't follow up. And the puck goes in behind the net. Great opportunity for LaPointe. Great pass by Massena's Pribble. Whoa. Here's Dion flipping it back in the zone after Saratoga cleared. In behind the net is Chad Lewis. Lewis trying to clear it. It's stolen by Adam Blaze. Blaze back to Rochford at the point. PJ, good job to keep it in. Centers it in front. Blaze in front to Pribble. He can't get the shot off. Pribble center to Blaze, but he gets knocked down. And there's going to be a call. And I think it's going to be an interference against Saratoga.
Yeah, the Raiders are storming them. They went around. The same guy was victimized again. Number 4, Tommy Feltman, playing that right defense. Les Pribble went around him just like a flash and centered him, and he drew the other defenseman with him. The puck, he threw it from the right corner. It came right across the crease area, and number 7, Michael Point right there, just one-timed it, and by Joey Santamore, again, an outstanding save. Shots are 9-2, and he's probably made 7 outstanding saves.
They got 2 minutes up on the penalty clock. There we go. They're going to change it now. It's a minute and a half in high school. So Massena on the power play here. They're 0 for 1 on the power play. Corey David out there with Pribble, Spanberg, and LaPointe and Joy. So they're going to try that umbrella again, apparently. Off the faceoff, it's out to neutral ice. LaPointe flips it across to Joy. Joy picks it up the red line. Back it goes to Pribble, to LaPointe. Across the blue line, LaPointe just rips it around the boards. Puck comes in behind, took a funny bounce, back to the blue line. LaPointe to Joy. Joy winds, his shot deflected into the corner. Pribble flips it back to LaPointe. LaPointe has it knocked away. It's out to center ice. Here come the Streaks, and they're just going to dump it in behind the Massena zone. Here's Spanberg picking up the loose puck. Josh rips it around the boards for Mike LaPointe. LaPointe starts out on the right wing. Pass goes to Spanberg. Drops it to Joy. Joy back to Spanberg. Josh picks it up, takes it across, poked away. Now Massena has to clear the zone. In the zone it goes. LaPointe. Massena a little problem getting this power play going. But it bounces into the slot. LaPointe picks it up. Goes to Spanberg at the circle. Spanberg looks for LaPointe. He's busting. High slot shot. Blocked. Nice block there by one of the players. That was Proler. Here's another shot from the other side. In behind the net. It bounces free. Proler picks it up there for Saratoga. Has it knocked away side of the net. Back to the blue line. Joy gathers it in. Goes over to LaPointe. LaPointe back in the corner. Pribble. Here's Pribble. Back to the point. Joy winds up the shot. Oh, he didn't miss by much. He had the goalie going the wrong way. Goes to Pribble. Back to Joy at the point to Spanberg. Here's Josh with it. Centers it. Has it knocked away. Joy pinches in. Stakes by the check. Here's Joy in front. The shot. No, he tried to pass it to Pribble. It's knocked down. Goalie had lost his stick. They got the man back. Here's Spanberg stepping by the shot. Bounced just wide. Great opportunities for Massena. Puck in the corner now. Finally, it's picked up on the defense by Jamie Boyce. Boyce loses the side of the net, and finally, Joey Santamore will cover up and hold on for the faceoff.
Jerry, we still have 4 minutes and 9 seconds in the first period, and the Streaks look like they're out of gas right here at this stage, especially their defense. They're really winded. They're coming off the ice, all 5 of them, all bent over, really out of gas, and they've got better than 2 periods to go. And just some great opportunities in there by Mike LaPointe, Josh Spanberg, but again, they can't beat Joey Santamore.
1-1 tie hockey game with 4:09 left in the first period. Face-off left side in the Saratoga zone. Seth Service will be out there. He wins the draw, goes right on Santamore. Santamore covers up. Just want to take a moment here to say hi to Sally and the girls, Emily and Megan, who should be on their way here now. Emily had play practice today. Of course, Fiddler on the Roof coming up next weekend. And unfortunately, they couldn't move that play practice up any earlier. So they're on their way right now. Have a safe trip and be careful. Off the face-off, here's a chance for service. In front, turns it around, passes it, poked away by Santamore. Puck bounces out by the blue line. Here's service again, trying to flip it through, knocked away. Courier passes back to Dion. His shot knocked down, goes in the corner. Seth picks it up for Massena. Service in behind the net, gets taken out of the play. Puck trickles in the corner. O'Shea throws a check. Comes up with a puck underneath him. He's knocked down. It squirts free. And finally, it's picked up there by Tommy Ellis. To the blue line, but not out. Now bounces. PJ keeps it in. Ooh, nice move. Trying to center it. It's knocked away. And here comes Saratoga. They're just going to ice the puck. And down the ice it goes. And the whistle will blow, and we'll have a face-off back in the streak zone.
Saratoga under all kinds of pressure here. The Raiders are just besieging them, and they're the only way they can get the puck. And I'm looking out there. There's like number 14 is skating. He's coming on the ice, Jimmy Morrill, and he looks like he's exhausted. He's only been out there for a few seconds. All kinds of pressure. Saratoga having trouble clearing their zone, and the only way they can get it out, as we mentioned, is just by icing it.
Seth Service will take the face-off from Massena. Saratoga wins the draw to the blue line out to center ice. Joy after it there, picks it up, circles to his own blue line, flips it ahead for Courier. Courier bangs it. That'll be an icing call against Massena, as he just banged it from too far on the other side of the red line. That'll move face-off back in the Raiders' zone.
Give Saratoga a chance to get down to the other end. They haven't been down there in the last several minutes. This game, the Streaks got on the board first with Tommy Ellis at the 3:12. The Raiders tied it up at 6:02, and I'll tell you, since about the 5-minute mark, it's been all Massena. They just been all over Joey Santamore.
Blaze out there to face off, and he'll face off against, we'll pick it up in a moment. Off the draw, Raiders win it. Here's Lapointe. Mike Lapointe down the right sideline. Here's Lapointe stopping by the blue line, has it knocked away. Picked up there in the defense by Chad Lewis, lost it side of the net. The puck in the corner. Blaze after it to Pribble, knocked away to the blue line. No, it wasn't kept in. Raiders have to clear the zone. The Streaks do clear it to the Massena line. Joy after it in the corner, rips it around the boards. It'll come to Pribble, and he's going to let it go out to neutral ice. Picked up there by Jim Morrill. Morrill back in the zone, delay offsides. The Streaks clear. Massena controls. Here's Ryan Kerwin. Kerwin looking for the headman, intercepted. Here come the Streaks back across the blue line. But Frank Joy throws a check and upends the player. And now back the other way comes Massena. To the Streak blue line. Dump back to the Massena line. And it sits at center ice. Finally, Lapointe picks it up, flips it ahead for Blaze. Blaze across his shot. Santamore makes the save. Kind of a deceptive shot. Les Pribble picks it up behind the net, looks to center. Cleared back to the blue line. Joy steps by the check, trying to flip it in. It's knocked away and out to center ice. Here come the Streaks in on Kerwin. Kerwin just takes the man, but following up, here's the shot. Fired just wide. And Massena didn't take that second man in, and he almost caused some problems. Here's Joy ripping it around the boards. It'll come all the way out to center ice, get by the defenseman Tarantino, all the way back in the Saratoga zone. Raiders make a line change. 1-1 tie hockey game, out to neutral ice. Here's Converse, flipping ahead for David across the blue line. Picked up by the Saratoga defense. They clear it out again. Dion picks it across, but offsides, as I think he had Corey David caught in the zone. 1:41 left, first period. On the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, we're tied at 1.
And unless Saratoga gets a new brand of oxygen or gets some additional oxygen in between this first intermission, they're going to have a long afternoon, because they're almost like on an empty tank right here. I don't know if it's the excitement of the game, but they're not skating like I thought they would here in the early stages of this hockey game.
Off the face-off, puck back in the Saratoga zone. Tarantino moves it out to neutral ice. Dion's there, dropping it back for P.J. Rochford. Rochford looks for David, a little bit by him, trickles to the blue line. Back inside, here's Spanberg racing for it, takes it in behind the net. Spanberg centering pass in front, knocked away. And the puck controlled there by Santamore. Moves it out to center ice. Spanberg steals it there, flips it across to Corey David, had fallen down. Spanberg comes after it, can't come up with it. Cleared back to the blue line. Spanberg again to David. David trying to center. It's intercepted. Back out to neutral ice. And here comes Santamore. Mark Santamore across the blue line, poked away at the blue line. We're into the final minute of the first period, still tied at 1. Here's Corey David sliding it out. Back across the blue line it goes. Here's a chance for Saratoga, but David breaks up the play and breaks it out to Spanberg. Here comes Josh with it. Dipsy doodling across the blue line. Here's Josh, centers it, hits the side of the net. I think he may have hit the goaltender, and covering up is Joey Santamore, and he holds on for the faceoff.
Excellent individual effort going down that left side at the end of his shift. So he was running on an empty tank. Josh Bamberg sent away from his own end by Corey David, but he garnered up a little more strength, a little more additional adrenaline, went flying down that left side and walked around the Saratoga defenseman. But it was in so deep, he didn't have a lot of room. Had the short side, but Joey Santamore shut him off. Face off to the right of Santamore.
Seth Service out there with his line mates. Face-off will be in the zone of Saratoga. Jamie Boyce, Andy Prohler, and Glotzbecker are the forwards for Saratoga. 40 seconds left in the period. 1-1 tie hockey game. Off the draw, puck cleared around the boards by the Streaks and out to center ice. Frankie Joy racing after it as goes on end in the Massena zone. Joy takes it behind the net, around the boards. Chance for O'Shea. He gets knocked off the puck. It bounces free to the blue line out to center ice. Back to the Saratoga line. They control with 18 seconds left. Banging it ahead. It trickles into the Massena zone. And it's played back out to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Here's a chance for Saratoga. Trickles right on. And the save is made by Luca Richards.
And that will be, we're going to get a penalty. We're going to holding penalty here against the Raiders in the last 7 seconds. And the Raiders aren't sure, but it's going to be a number 14. Timmy O'Shea is going to pick it up. Puck should have been out of the zone. Luca Richards had plenty of time to clear it and get it out, but he clearing it to the right side. He hit the Saratoga player, kept it in, and the shot just trickled in to him. It was recorded as a shot on goal, but one he handled easily. But in the meantime, in that sequence, Timmy O'Shea put the clutch on the Saratoga player.
So the Blue Streaks will go on the power play here with 7 seconds left in the period. 1-1 tie hockey game. Spanberg will take the draw against Glotzbecker. And Massena clears it down the ice, and that'll take care of the period right there as the seconds tick off. And we'll go to the locker room with a 1-1 tie hockey game. Massena, Saratoga tied at 1 after 1 period. Want to thank all our sponsors for making our broadcast possible here this evening. Talking about Matt Reed, who plays for Northwood Prep this year.
That's right. So if you got Matt Reed, you win the prize.
I don't know what the prize is, but you win it. We're underway here. Saratoga on the power play to start period number 2. Corey David, Josh Spanberg, Kerwin, and Joy are out there. And it's dumped back in the Massena zone. Richards leaves it for Frank. He rips it around the boards, rides the puck board. There's going to be a chance for Spanberg. He's going to have a breakaway. Here comes Josh, skates in, shot, score! Josh Spanberg short-handed, and Massena goes on top on a score of 2-1.
Well, you called it before when at the end of the period, you talked about the Raiders scoring shorthanded goals and the possibility, and it just happened right there. The puck came around the dasher behind Luca Richards. The Raiders tried to clear it, and number 14, Jim Morrow, was on the right point. He wasn't able to contain it. It took a tough hop, went by him, and Josh Bamberg just outraced the other defenseman, had a breakaway from center ice in. He put Santamore down and faked the backhand, went to the forehand, and had the wide open net.
Off the face-off. We're down to 45 seconds left in the power play. The Blue Streaks with a puck in their own end. They throw it away. Corey David with it. Back to the point to Joy. He racks it up, and it's blocked by the defenseman. Picked up there by Glotzbecker. Moving it to the blue line, poked away by Spanberg. Back in the corner. Blue Streaks control behind their own net with about 20 seconds left in the power play. Still don't clear the zone as Spanberg knocks it down. Finally, it's back to the Massena line. Kerwin trying to stop it. It bounces by him, but Frankie Joy is there. Takes it in the corner. Loses it there as he got knocked off the puck. Back to the blue line. Quick shot deflected right on. Save. No, the whistle blew. Whistle blew. And Blue Streaks put it in the net, but the whistle had already blown as Luca Richard had it partially covered up. It got away from him, but the whistle blew, and that will not be a goal.
Oh, the Raiders really caught a break there. A quick whistle by the official. The shot came from the point. Richards made the save, but he gave up the rebound, and Greg Gilmore was parked right there. He took one whack at it, and Richards made the save, and that's when the referee behind the play made the call, blew the whistle, but he, from our angle, wide open, and everyone on this side, Gilmore picked up the rebound and put it up over the foul on Luca Richards, but no goal.
Now, it can't be a goal if the whistle blew.
That's right. That go-ahead goal, the 32-second mark, is 24th of the year. Captain Josh Bamberg from Captain Frankie Joy, who ran it around the dasher.
Face-off left side. Massena wins the draw. Dion flips it ahead for Blaze. Blaze bangs it out to neutral ice. 2 seconds left on the power play. Massena gets the man back. Streaks dump it in the Raider zone. Comes to the side of the net. P.J. Rochford rips it around the boards for O'Shea. Knocked away from him. Comes back to Rochford. Rochford flips it in the corner. Knocked away. And it comes free and out to the blue line, back in. Back out again. Here come the Raiders. Trying to move it down as LaPointe has it knocked away. Comes back inside the zone of Massena. They clear it to the blue line, but not out. Now in the corner, picked up by Rochford. He flips it around the boards, has it taken away. Back to the blue line and out to center ice. Here comes O'Shea. In the zone. Drop pass nicely to LaPointe. LaPointe trying to center it to Blaze, who is right in front of the net, but it's knocked down. And back it comes to the Massena line. Flipped ahead by P.J. Rochford to O'Shea. O'Shea has it knocked away, gets it back again, dumps it in the zone. Comes in behind the net, Santamore will play it in the corner. LaPointe trying to come up with it. Getting there first is the other Santamore, and he flips it out to neutral ice. Ryan Kerwin is there, dumping it back across. Here's Pribble after it. Oh, he tried to slide it through, but it's knocked away. And back out it comes to center ice. Hard check thrown there by Seth Service, and the puck bounces free. Courier gets knocked down, and it's picked up there. And back the other way comes Tarantino. He just flips it in the Massena zone. Joy there to gather it in. Up the boards it goes. Service gets the headman over skated, and it's dumped right back in Massena territory. In the corner after it is Frank Joy. In behind the net, can't come up with it. Kerwin throws a check. Joy picks up the puck around to Courier. Courier can't get it out of the zone. It's knocked down in front on the shot from the blue line. Still in the zone, and it's dumped behind the net. Kerwin looking for his wing. He finds him. That's Timmy O'Shea. Ahead to Service. Service trying to flip it ahead. O'Shea, or Pribble rather, will follow up on it and dump it in the zone. And now we're going to get the lines changed and people back out on the ice here as Service tries to center it, but is picked up by the Blue Streaks, knocked away by Corey David. In the zone it goes. We have a puck out to neutral ice. David and the Streak player get tied up, and David trying to pull his stick out. There's going to be a whistle, and I don't know what they're going to call there.
Whatever it is after the fact. Corey David, he's probably going to call Corey David for roughing because, I don't know, let's see if he's going to call the Saratoga.
He's calling them both.
He's going to call one for holding, I'm sure the other one for roughing. He wasn't going to call anything initially, but they couldn't get untangled, and as David finally did extricate himself from the clutch of the Saratoga player, he kind of tapped him on the head. And
I take it back. They're only calling the Massena penalty.
Oh, boy.
The bench official thought there were penalties on both.
Yeah, he opened the gate. So yeah, it's a roughing call on Corey David.
So the Streaks penalty, Streaks power play will get another shot here. Massena leads 2-1. On the Corky's Collision scoreboard, we're in the second period. Off the faceoff, Raiders control. Mike Dion with it. Takes it across himself, flips one in behind the net. And back to pick it up is Chad Lewis. Lewis with a puck for the Blue Streaks, flipping it ahead. Streaks try to move it out of the zone, stolen away. Here's Spanberg with it, dipsy doodles, centering pass in front. He couldn't get it to Courier, almost did though. And the Streaks pick it up again behind their own net. Just over a minute in the power play. Out to neutral ice. Here comes an opportunity for the Streaks as they move it across the blue line. That's Tarantino dumping it in behind the Massena net. Dion there rips it around the boards, kept in at the point by Tarantino. Flips it in the corner. Controlled by Saratoga. In behind the net it goes, bounces right in front.
It went in the goal, but they're waving it
down
off
with a high stick.
No one saw that except the Saratoga player and the referee that was on that side. They were all looking for the puck, and there was no question it was a high stick. It took a weird bounce, and the Saratoga in fact, Luca Richards was looking to his left. The puck was bouncing over on the right side, and it, no question, was above his shoulders.
He was reaching up as high as you can with a stick.
Yeah, you bet. And I think it's the same player. I'm pretty sure it's number 13, Greg Gilmore. He's the guy that had the other one called back. So he's really had some tough luck. But that one was no question. That was well over the shoulder.
Face off just outside the Massena zone. Adam Blaze out there with Mike LaPointe, Joy, and Kerwin. Down to 40 seconds and counting in the power play. Here's Joy with it over to Kerwin. Kerwin flips it around the boards for Blaze. Ooh, that took a funny bounce. Comes in front. Here's a backhander just wide. I think Massena goalie Luca Richards got a piece of it, and the Raiders clear it out to center ice. That took a weird bounce right at the blue line. Now the puck dumped in right on Richards. He'll glove it. Leave it for Joy's side of the net. Joy's got a lot of room, and down the ice it goes. We're down to 18 seconds left in the power play. Raiders lead it 2-1 on the Corky scoreboard. We're in the second period. Blue Streaks move it out to center ice. Blaze drops it back for Joy. Joy bangs it off the boards to LaPointe. Here comes Michael flipping it across the blue line to Blaze. Adam breaks in, gets the shot. Nice save, Santamore. And he holds on for the faceoff.
Adam Blaze and Mike LaPointe. I think Saratoga is going to pick up a penalty here, or maybe
both of them, I think.
Oh, Mike LaPointe. After the whistle, the Saratoga player came in and drilled Adam Blaze, and I guess Mike LaPointe went to his.
Well, Mike took a shot at the goalie.
Okay.
After the whistle blew, and then the other player, Jim Morrill, took a shot at LaPointe. Well, and that's the reason for both penalties.
Going to run them both. One of the hardest checks of this game, no question, the hardest check. Seth Service just a while ago really nailed number 12, Ed Bergen. Bergen had his head down right at center ice fishing for the puck, and Service came off the bench on the fly. And just, I'm sure he heard some birds, and I haven't seen Bergen back out there. I'm looking for him.
4-on-4 hockey. Josh Spanberg wins the draw to the point. Here's a shot. Knocked down, and it bounces on, and the save made by Joey Santamore on the shot from Ryan Kerwin.
We're not keeping track of the face-offs today, but I'll tell you, if we were, I think the Raiders would be up there in the 80-85% category.
It's Boyce taking the draw against Spanberg again. And this time Saratoga wins the draw into the corner. They move it along the boards. Kerwin tries to keep it in. He can't. Threw a check, though. And Joy picks up the puck to the open wing. Intercepted. Dumped back out to neutral ice. Spanberg banging for it. He's got it. Here's Josh. Drops it over to Kerwin. Kerwin to Joy. Here comes Frankie leading the attack. He's going to take it across. Winds up the shot, and it was wide, I believe. Kerwin pinches in. Flips it to Corey David, who can't control. Bounces out to the blue line. Out to center ice. Here come the Streaks, flipping it in the Massena zone. In the corner is Joy. Joy bangs it back out to neutral ice. Dumped right back in. In behind the net to Ryan Kerwin. Kerwin picks up the loose puck. He'll start out on the right side. Here's Kerwin's drop pass to Joy. Joy catches up with it from the red line. Dumps it in the Saratoga zone. Bounces in behind the net for defenseman Bearhide. Bearhide loses to Spanberg in behind the net. Tries to tie him up. And the puck's still moving, apparently. Finally, it comes free on the double team as Santamore took it. But, yeah, he does clear it out to center ice. Comes into the Massena zone. P.J. Rochford racing for it. He comes up with a puck along the boards. They bang for it there, and it's back out to neutral ice. Here is Adam Blaze. Over skates, comes back for it. Picks it up, flips it across the blue line. Tarantino is there, moving it. And they bounce it high in the air to the blue line. Picked up by Rochford. Back out. That should be an offside. Well, no, it's cleared. Okay, back out to neutral ice. Poke checked away. Here comes Blaze with it. He has it battled away from him. Down the ice it goes into the Massena zone. Mike Dion back after it. Dion over to P.J. Rochford. Rochford moves it out to neutral ice. Intercepted there by the Streaks. They dump it right back in the zone. P.J. Rochford in after. Wraps it around the boards for Spanberg. Here comes Josh with it. Josh, headman pass to Pribble. Just bounces by him. And Pribble follows it up. Gets knocked down. Goes back out to the blue line and out to center ice. P.J. Rochford's there to dump it right from the red line back in Saratoga territory. Puck ripped around the boards. They got a man breaking way down at the blue line. He busts in, and Frank Joy there to poke it away. They try to hang that guy, and it's almost worked a couple times. The puck given away in front. Joy throws a check. There's going to be a penalty, but Richards jumps on it. And I think Kerwin's going to be penalized as stealing the puck was Scott Christian, and before he could get the shot off, Kerwin leveled him.
And that's going to go as one of those good category penalties. I think it's going to be Frankie Joy that's going to pick it up, but either one of them. But turnover in the own end, and Christian jumped on it, and before he, from about 10 feet out, before he could get his shot off, Frank Joy drilled him from the backside and just leveled him, but that goes as a good penalty. The only goal of this period, the go-ahead goal at the 32-second mark, Josh Spanberg from Frank Joy. Raiders up 2-1.
Wilson against Spanberg, face off in the Massena zone. To the left side of goaltender Luca Richards. We're waiting for them to drop the puck. Still waiting. Now finally they do. And the puck controlled by the Raiders. They dump it out to center ice. Back across the blue line. And we're going to have an offsides. That should be, they're going to call it an intentional offsides. And down the ice it'll go.
Jim Morrill, I don't know, we called Jimmy's name a lot here tonight. I don't know what he was thinking of. They've got the power play. The puck is deep in the Raider end, and he's standing 2 feet outside the blue line. Comes right back. If he would have moved up 2 feet, he would have been able to keep it in. Comes back to him outside the blue line, and he takes 2 steps forward with it and sets his whole teammate offside.
Spanberg will take the faceoff back in the streak zone. Raiders lead it 2-1 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. We're in the second period. Off the faceoff, the puck David has it knocked away. Here comes Saratoga. That's Jeremy Wilson dumping it right on Luca Richards. He had a little trouble with it, but Dion's there. Now David gets tied up in the corner. Dion comes back for it and flips it high in the air and out to center ice, back in, back out again, and down the ice as it was gloved back into the zone.
I tell you, an NFL team would sign him up because he threw that one about
That was a
40
heck of
yards.
a forward lateral, wasn't it? Okay, here come the streaks down the sideline again. That's Scotty Christian across the blue line, knocked away at the last second. Back out it goes, back in the corner. P.J. Rochford steps by a check, moves it along the line, and down the ice it goes again. About 35 seconds left in the power play. In the corner it goes. Corey David chasing it in. He takes a check, stays with the puck. He's still got it. Now he flips it behind the net, and the streaks pick it up. David forechecking. That's Eric Tarantino with it. Oh, he loses to David, then gets it back again. Moves it out to the blue line. Corey David now comes back to Ryan Kerwin. He just flips it right back in the blue streak territory. Corey David just doing a yeoman's job here, but now he's off, and Mike LaPointe's there, and he's got the puck. Flips it back in the streak zone. 5 seconds left in the power play. LaPointe almost stole the puck. Tarantino has to circle back and pick it up. Now he dumps down the ice, and they touched it, so it goes in the corner. Centering pass. P.J. Rochford is there to bang it ahead to the blue line, and is it out? It's out to center ice. Headman pass. Here comes Les Pribble. Pribble's got LaPointe with him. Pribble, circle to LaPointe, knocked down, and goes in behind the net. Back in the corner, sets Service after it. Service bounces it right in front. Can't get a piece of it. It goes to LaPointe. LaPointe drops it back to the point. Dion flips it in behind. Santamore with a big goalie stick clears it in the corner. Here's Service. Service moves it along the boards to Mike LaPointe. Centering pass, and it goes just wide, deflected by Pribble. Now P.J. Rochford in after it. Centering pass goes off the leg to the blue line. Dion's there, flipping it in, but it's knocked down, and it comes out to center ice. Rochford gathers it in there. Here's Rochford from the red line, ahead to LaPointe. LaPointe looking, gets the shot right on. Service, the rebound, flipped it in behind. It comes to Pribble in the corner. Puck cleared around the boards. Here's a chance for Pribble, centering pass, and the shot, and Santamore makes the save. As Pribble and also Seth Service were in there right on top of him.
As we have heard us say many times, you go to the net without the puck, and Joey Santamore almost made a big mistake. The shot came from the left by Service, and Pribble went to the net without the puck, and Santamore gave up that big rebound, and Pribble rammed it right back at him, and again, just a good save, but Joey Santamore's got to learn up not to give those big rebounds, kicking them right back out in front, because that's really a danger zone.
Now we've got Courier out there with Heath McLean and Timmy O'Shea, as Massena's been killing penalties, and that's kind of mixed the lines up a little bit. But McLean, you know, he's always ready to come out there and play.
That's the nice thing about having depth.
Face off inside territory. Ellis inside the Saratoga territory. As the puck trickles out to neutral ice, it'll roll on into the Massena zone. Frank Joy back after it. Joy circles in the corner, looks for McLean. McLean with it, tries to bang it ahead, knocked away, but Joy follows. Here comes Joy now, out to neutral ice. Headman goes to Courier. Courier for O'Shea, a little bit too far, goes in behind the net. McLean tracing in after it. He moves it ahead into the corner, bounces in the circle. O'Shea digging for it, back to Kerwin. His shot is gloved. Santamore will play it. Out to neutral ice. Oh boy, he almost had a guy breaking. And just a great play. I think that was Joy at the blue line that broke it up. And Santamore almost had himself an assist. Here's Courier cranking it up, and it's high over the net. Back to Joy at the point. Joy steps by the check, flips it in the corner. Courier racing in after it. Here's Jamie Courier with it. In behind the net, gets tied up, still digs for it. The puck bounces free around the boards, and the Blue Streaks move it to the blue line. And is it out to center ice? It is. There's going to be a penalty on Massena. And I think Ryan Kerwin's going to pick that one up.
Yeah, no question. Ryan Kerwin put the clutch on. He gambled at the blue line and lost. And when you do that, you've got to either cash in your chips. And he decided the Saratoga player was going to go by him, create the odd man rush, and he just clutched him. And if this were the WWF or whatever, that would be called a takedown. And the referee right on the spot. So Saratoga on the power play. 3:58 left in the period. Raiders up 2-1.
2-1. Massena leads on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. We're in the second period. Off the face-off. P.J. Rochford with it in the corner to Dion. Dion flips, doesn't clear the zone. Here's a drive knocked down in front by Rochford. He winds up and down the ice it goes. And in behind the net, Santamore will leave it for his forward. And here come the Blue Streaks again. Spanberg steals it away. Spanberg gets tied up at the blue line, almost got by. And it's dumped back to the red line. Here come the Blue Streaks. Across the Massena line. Here's a shot from the blue line, knocked down by PJ, and back out to center ice. Here's Spanberg with it, and he's just going to flip it as he wants a change. And Adam Blaze will come out to take his place. 49 seconds and counting left in the power play. Here come the Blue Streaks into the Massena zone. They got a man in. And behind, they look to center, comes right across the goal mouth, and the Massena defenseman got a stick on it, and Adam Blaze flips it up into the crowd, and we'll have a face-off inside Massena territory. 3:04 left, second period. Raiders leading the Blue Streaks 2-1 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard.
And how tough is Corey David? Not on the preceding penalty killing situation. David's out in the corner. He stopped dead. Got the puck at his skates, wants to waste some time. I think Jimmy Moore will come running around the dasher, full head of steam, expected to put him in the nickel seats. He bounced off him like a rubber ball. He is so strong.
Off the face-off, puck out to neutral ice. And there's a foot race for it. Lapointe digging for it. Now it's Blaze. Here's Blaze in the corner. Trying to go to Mike Lapointe. It's knocked away, though. And back the other way come the Blue Streaks. Into the Massena zone. Here's a shot from just inside the blue line. That went high and wide. And the puck is Lapointe. And with 17 seconds left, he dumps it back in the zone. Santamore will play it to the blue line. Lapointe steps in front of it. Here's Mike Lapointe in the corner. Circling. Back to the point. Here's a shot from the point. Kind of a misfire there. Who was it? That was Adam Blaze. And the headman pass stolen by Frank Joy. Flips it ahead for Mike Lapointe. Lapointe to Blaze. Blaze's shot. Ooh, didn't miss by much. Over the net. Penalty as he lapsed. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Here's Frank Joy with it. Joy bangs it ahead for Mike Lapointe. He cranks it across the blue line. The Blue Streaks move it out to the Massena line. Joy is there. Frankie picks up the puck. Headman knocked away. Here come the Streaks again across the blue line. And they drop pass and flip it up over the glass and into the stage, which is behind Luca Richards' goal. And we'll have a face-off out by the blue line.
Well, Coach Bobby Santamore did one thing in that intermission. He certainly calmed these youngsters down, and he found some additional oxygen because they're skating much better this period than they did in the first. But this one is not as fast-paced. There's been a lot of more stoppage of plays, puck going out of over the dasher, and more penalties, things like that. So, in fact, there's been 5 penalties, 4 to Massena in this period, 1 to Saratoga.
Jamie Boyce will face it off against the Massena Red Raiders. Here's the shot, save made. Rebound in the corner, knocked into the side of the net, and Richards will tie it up. The whistle blows. The puck squirted free. After the whistle blow, we'll do it again.
On that last power play by Saratoga, one of their forwards on the rush from about 70 feet out fired one in, and I don't think Luca Richards saw it till it went by him. If that puck was about another half foot lower, that's in the top corner.
Jason Converse out there to draw against Boyce. In the Massena zone left side. Off the draw. The puck cleared by Converse in the corner. He gets knocked down, and it sits there. Kerwin picks it up. Flips it along the boards, trying to get it to himself. It's dumped right back in behind. They move it in front, and it goes to the side of the net. That took a weird bounce. Comes back along to the blue line, and Spanberg just backhands it to center ice. Here comes Converse with it. He's got Corey David, takes it across, winds it up, his shot off a leg, and around the boards it goes. David pinching in to Converse, trying to go to Spanberg, but it's intercepted. Out to center ice. Dion's there to flip it ahead. His pass knocked down. Here's a shot from the blue line, knocked down. Another shot, and the save made by Richards. I believe that one may have been wide, too. Puck along the boards, out to the blue line. Spanberg can't get his stick free. Following up is P.J. Rochford to Spanberg. He just flips it off the boards, deep inside Blue Streaks territory. Streaks trying to run it around the boards. Comes back about halfway out. There's a big tie-up to the blue line. Dion flips it right in front. and it bounces into the corner. After it is Courier. Jamie Courier has it knocked away, bounces back into the Massena zone. Mike Dion back after it. He flips it off the boards, ahead to Courier. Courier gets tied up, kicks it ahead for Seth Service. Here comes Service, out by the blue line, does a spin move, goes to Courier. Here's Jamie with it, trying to get the shot off. It's knocked away and bounces back along the sideline. Out to the blue line it comes. Service, trying to move it ahead. He gets tied up, goes to O'Shea. He's got Courier in front, can't get the shot off. O'Shea digging for it, steps in front here, Service, centering it. Oh, and O'Shea couldn't get a stick on it. Great opportunity for Massena. Comes to Courier in the corner, knocked away from him, and the Streaks move it out. To the Massena line. Across the blue line it comes. Both players go down, and Massena controls the puck. A moment, whistle blows.
There's going to be a penalty on Saratoga, I'm sure. It's going to be a holding call.
And that's time has elapsed, I believe. Now that's Burhide on the other side for the Blue Streaks. 15 minutes to go in regulation. Off the face-off, puck dumped in the Massena zone. After it is Ryan Kerwin in behind the net. He rips it in the corner to Joy. Head man is Spanberg. Here comes Josh. Spanberg building up the head of steam, goes right by the defenseman. Breaks in the shot, save. And a big save by Santamore on Spanberg. He just undressed the defenseman and went in, and a good save by Santamore kept it out of the net.
Oh, Josh Spanberg down that off wing just like a roaring train, and he went around one of their best defensemen, a veteran, Eric Tarantino, big number 19. He walked around him like he wasn't there. And again, only a excellent save by Santamore, but a great rush by Spanberg.
2-1, Massena leads as we go into the third period on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. Off the draw, puck to the blue line. Kerwin shot, save made. Santamore bangs it into the corner. Corey David is there to slide it to Spanberg. Spanberg in the dot, circles, goes back toward the blue line, slides it right in front. Ooh, it almost came to David, bounces free off his leg in the corner. Corey after it, back to the blue line, knocked away. Joy, did he keep it in? He did. Here's Frank with it, trying to slide it through. Here's Corey David back to Kerwin at the blue line. Kerwin skates in front to David. Shot, score! Corey David on the pass from Ryan Kerwin, and the Raiders go up 3-1.
And what a great play by Ryan Kerwin, and Corey David's going to get the goal, but Ryan Kerwin dropping down off the point. David had the puck in the corner. Kerwin broke down from the point, put it on his stick, and he lost it as he was being hit by the Saratoga defender, but he had the presence of mind to kick it up ahead with his skate. He kicked it right out of Corey David, who, after making the pass, came out of the corner, and he just picked up that pass from Ryan Kerwin and ripped a bullet by Joey Santamore. Big goal, and Corey David, a lot of hard work, and Ryan Kerwin, just a smart heads-up play out there.
So Massena takes a 2-goal lead here on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard, 3-1. Now it's going to be Adam Blaze out there with Mike Lapointe. And off the face-off, it's Tom Ellis. And Blaze has the puck, takes it across, makes the move, gets the shot. Nice save by Santamore. Puck bounces in the corner. Picked up there by Ed Bergen. He's going to drop it to his defenseman. Blaze right on him, throws a check. The puck bounces free, comes to Burhide, knocked away from him. Burhide flips it on the backhand, moves it ahead to Tommy Ellis. Ellis down the right side, gets knocked down, stays with the puck, but now Massena has it. Blaze 2-on-1 with Lapointe. Here comes Adam Blaze across the blue line, trying to feed it to Lapointe. Good defensive play made by Saratoga, and a great play. That was Burhide who saved a goal right there. Here come the Blue Streaks. Hard check thrown by P.J. Rochford on Tommy Ellis. And Mike Dion picks up the puck, bangs it off the boards, doesn't get it out of the zone, though. It comes right back to him. He picks it up again. Here comes Dion. Headman pass. Massena's making a change, so the puck bounces free. And the Streaks try to move it ahead. Courier gets a piece of it, takes it across. Jamie Courier, ridden into the board, stays with it. In the corner, gets checked again, knocked down. It comes to Service. Service in behind the net, has the puck, looks for the point. Here's Service, back to the blue line. Kerwin, he bounces one in behind. It goes in the corner. After it is O'Shea. He gets tied up, can't come up with it. Coming back for it is Santamore. Santamore loses it to Service momentarily, but it's knocked away. And the Streaks move it around the boards. It'll come to Joy at the point. Joy has it knocked away. Did he keep it in the zone? Well, Massena cleared the zone. Here's a shot, but the whistle blows. I guess they didn't clear the zone.
That third goal for the Raiders, again, striking quick like they did in the second period at the 46-second mark. Corey David, his 15th of the year from Captain Frankie Joy and Captain Ryan Kerwin. And Joy started that whole thing by keeping it in his zone, doing a great play. You called it. He kept it in, knocked it down to the corner. David threw it back to Kerwin, and Kerwin a great kick pass to keep that puck in to Corey David, who put it behind Santamore.
Off the faceoff, Joy flips it in the zone. Picked up there by Jim Morrill. Morrill around the boards, and the Streaks move it. Stolen away by Kerwin. Kerwin bangs it ahead to himself and takes it back and dumps it deep in territory of Saratoga. Cruising in after it is Seth Service. He's checked out of the play and is picked up there by Andy Proler. That's Charlie Boots' nephew. Proler's headman pass bounces all the way down the ice. That's going to be an icing if it crosses. No, they wave it off as Joy gets to it before it crosses the line. Anyway, Joy lost its side of the net. Here's a shot. Luca Richards makes a big save as Joy had it roll off his stick. Now the puck comes back toward the blue line, and Courier does a great job to move it. Check's thrown. The puck comes just outside, back in again. Massena clears it back into the Saratoga zone. And a great chance for Saratoga there as the puck just rolled over Frank Joy's stick. But now it's back out to neutral ice, to the Saratoga line. They bounce it to the Massena line, intercepted there, and dumped right back in by Jason Converse. Puck around the boards, in the corner, David cruising, centers it right across the goal mouth. Spanberg couldn't get a stick on it. Back to the blue line, kept in momentarily. Now the puck, here's the Blue Streaks. It's knocked away by P.J. Rochford. Rochford back the other way. We have a whistle, and Spanberg's going to pick up an interference call.
Well, you know, things aren't going your way. Just prior to that penalty, number 5, Jamie Boyce, found himself in possession of the puck deep in the Raider end. The Raider defenseman, guilty of a turnover, as you mentioned, hopped over the stick, and Boyce all alone really didn't get off a good shot on Luca Richards. Could have drawn the Blue Streaks within one. Let's see what they can do in this power play. They certainly need a goal.
Corey David out there with Jamie Courier. P.J. Rochford, Dion. The Streaks control. Dump it in the Massena zone. Bounces to Rochford in behind the net. He bangs it off the boards to Corey David, and David dumps it down the ice. And we have a whistle. And apparently, what happened to it? Must have gone up in the crowd.
I didn't see it, so I think it probably hit somebody along the Raider bench before it went up in the crowd.
Well, anyway, that'll move the faceoff back in the Massena zone. So a break for Saratoga off the draw. Back to the blue line. Corey David's there, and he just dumps it down the ice. This time right down the middle and right on, and Santamore has to make the save. Leaves it for his defenseman. That's Burhide. David steals it from him, flips it in the corner. Corey David with a puck, centering pass, hit the side of the net with it. Puck bounces around the other side. Jamie Courier digging for it in the corner. Back to the blue line. Courier trying to come up with it. He can't. Here come the Blue Streaks. Back into the Massena zone. Here's a shot. Save made. Rebound. Another shot high over the glass. So it didn't get over the glass. Bounces into the glass. P.J. Rochford moves it ahead. It comes right back to him. He pinches along the boards and bangs it out to neutral ice. Down to 38 seconds in the power play. Dumped right back in. Luca Richards makes the save, leaves it for Rochford. Rochford trying to clear it, doesn't. Bounces back toward the blue line. Streaks control. They got a man in the slot. He fired it high over the net. Rochford after it. Trying to tie it up behind the net. They bang at it. It pokes free. David after it there. He throws the check. The puck's still in the corner. Now it's David looking to tie it up. It squirts free again. This time it's going to come to Dion. Dion stick handling around the boards and bangs it to the blue line. We have a whistle. We're going to have a roughing call on P.J. Rochford. Not a good penalty there.
Not a good penalty, especially they just done yeoman work killing off all but 10 seconds of Josh Bamberg's penalties. Mike Dion and P.J. doing an excellent job. And up front, the two, Corey David and Jamie Courier, reminded me of a heavy cruiser and a light destroyer out there. They were just totally dominating Saratoga in their own end, bouncing bodies all over the place. And just 10 seconds away of killing off that penalty, and P.J. Rochford picks one up for roughing. Not a good call at all.
3-1 the score. Massena leads on the A1 TV and appliance score. 10 seconds of two-man advantage for Saratoga, and they're in the Massena zone for the face-off.
And I'll correct, I don't mean not a good call by the official. That was a correct call, but not a good move by the Raider defenseman.
Blaze to take the face-off. He's out there with LaPointe and Joy. Off the draw. Puck sits in the circle, comes back to the blue line, and Mike LaPointe's going to have a breakaway. Here comes LaPointe all by himself. LaPointe skates in, shot, save, rebound just wide. LaPointe's got the puck again. He shoots again, the save made. And now it's coming back the other way. One penalty as he lapsed. Massena Spanberg, who's on the ice, steals the puck ahead to Blaze. And a good save by Joey Santamore. Now the puck comes to the Massena line. The Streaks try to move it across. They do. They got a man in front, but is poked away by Joy. We have a whistle and a man down on the ice. And we have an injured Saratoga player behind the play. The Raiders almost scored a goal, 2 men down.
The injured player is number 14, Jim Morrill, and he's, I think it's a shoulder injury. He tried to nail the Raider forward into the boards right in front of the penalty box, missed him, and went head first or shoulder first into the boards. Oh, just a 14 Morrill and 17 Lewis on the point. It came back to the point, and they both looked at each other and kind of ran into each other and ran each other off the puck. And number 7, Mike LaPointe, just picked it up and had a breakaway. And not only that, the second player was
P.J. Rochford in the box for roughing. Off the faceoff. Puck dumped in the Massena zone. Joy cruising in after it. Bangs it off the boards to Kerwin. Now Spanberg picks it up and dumps it down the ice. Back after it there is Eric Tarantino. Tarantino, veteran defenseman. He's going to flip it ahead for Jeremy Wilson. Wilson bangs it to neutral ice. Joy is there to bang it right back in the zone. About 35 seconds left. Puck in the corner. Mike LaPointe digging after it. He's got it from Massena. Now he's going to waste time, take it back out of the zone, back across. He has to wait for his wing to get on sides. That was Spanberg, and he dumps the side of the net. After it there is Wilson. Rips it around the boards, bounces free, and just out across the blue line. Joy backhands it right back in. 10 seconds left in the power play. Puck in the corner. Adam Blaze racing for it. Getting there first, though, is Wilson, and he flips it out to neutral ice. Kerwin is there. Cranks it down the ice. Penalty as he lapsed, and the Raiders are back to 5-on-5. Puck around the boards. Saratoga flipping it out to neutral ice. Dian is there to flip it right back in the zone. Bouncing puck in behind. And to the blue line, and just across the blue line. Massena's defenseman falls down. Here comes Saratoga across the blue line, but he's ridden off the play. Puck in behind the net. That was P.J. Rochford who lost his edge, but he's got the puck now. He's got a 2-on-2 with Pribble. Rochford across the blue line. Takes it, stops out by the blue line, flips it in behind the net. Picked up there by the Streaks. They moved around the boards. Here's Dion with it. Back in the corner. Around the board. Streaks, dump it to neutral ice. Joy flips it right back in the Streak zone. They bang it down the ice. That'll be an icing call. No, they wave it off. Somebody touched it on the way through, I guess. And Dion flips it ahead. Comes back to the Streak line. They bump it ahead. It's intercepted by O'Shea momentarily. He can't control it. And back the other way comes Ellis. Lost his edge, and it's knocked away. There's going to be another penalty. No, an offsides, excuse me, on Saratoga.
There should have been another penalty.
I thought so. A tripping. It should have been, shouldn't it?
That one was as plain as the nose on your face. The officials, Raiders caught a break there. Timmy O'Shea right in center ice. The Saratoga player blew by him, and he just reached and hooked his feet right out from under him, and the guy did a 10.5 on that one, but the guys in the striped shirt, they're the ones in charge. Didn't call that one, but
3-1, Massena leads here about halfway through the third period. Off the draw, puck at the red line. Back the other way. It's going to come right in on Santamore. He'll clear it back to the blue line, trying to get it to his winger, and it just runs along the blue line, still in the Saratoga zone. They move it out to center ice, back in the Massena zone. Joy picking it up, bangs it ahead for Seth Service. He kind of overskates. Kerwin follows up, flips it in the zone. In behind the net, picked up by the Saratoga D. Hard check thrown there. Here comes Heath McLean. Hits it right across the goal mouth. The goaltender got a piece of it. That's Santamore. Now Joy pinches in the corner. Throws a check. Comes up with a puck. Trying to clear it back to the blue line. Kerwin can't keep it in. He circles back to pick it up. Flips it to the off wing. Here's Joy coming to play it. Drops it back to Kerwin. Kerwin moves it ahead, off the glass, down the ice, in behind the net, racing for it. Corey David. Here's David. He gets tied up in the corner, trying to stay with it. Puck bounces free. In behind again. Now Spanberg in there digging for it. Bounces away from him to the blue line. Dion, did he keep it in? I don't believe so. Massena trying to clear the zone, but the puck comes out anyway. Dion picks it up, dumps it right back in. In behind the net it goes. Spanberg throws a check. The puck gets tied up. David digging in for it. Comes free. Picked up by Feltman. Around the boards he goes with it. And now it's dumped down the ice, and Richards will have to make a save, so icing will be waved off. He leaves it for P.J. Rochford. Rochford, headman, stolen away. The puck across the goal mouth, but nobody there for Saratoga. Dion. Here's Mike Dion looking to headman to Corey David. David takes the cross. That'll be, they didn't call the offsides. It looked like one to me.
Yes, me too. Converse was about half a foot inside ahead of David, and they didn't call it.
Puck in the Saratoga zone. Bounces in behind the net, digging for it there is Converse again around the boards. Converse trying to move it as Massena wants to make a line change. Saratoga flips the puck to the Massena line. Dion. Ahead it goes to Pribble. He backhands it in the corner. Still Massena leads 3-1 with 5:15 left, third period. Here come the Streaks, moving it out to center ice, trickles to the red line. Kerwin's there to dump it right back in the Streak zone. In behind the net it comes. Streaks pick it up. Joy pinches in, keeps it in at the blue line. Shot right on, bounces just wide. I think that was deflected by Pribble. LaPointe trying to come up with it in the corner, has it knocked away. Now Blaze throws a check, picks up the loose puck, looks to center to Pribble. He waved at it, couldn't get a stick on it. In his defense, I think he had his stick lifted. Here's Pribble in the corner. Centering pass, knocked away. Bounces back to the blue line, and it's just dumped out by Saratoga. We're down to 4:36 and counting in the third period. Massena up 3-1 on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. Here comes the headman, the Les Pribble, knocked away. Following up is Kerwin, and he rifles it in the Saratoga zone. Around the boards it goes. Here's Spanberg. In behind the net, digging for it in the corner. Now Corey David throws a check. The puck kicks free. David flips it around the boards. Back to the blue line. Converse keeps it in momentarily, can't find it. Bangs at it, bounces out to center ice. Joy is there to flip it right back in the zone. Around the horn it goes in the corner. Saratoga now pinching in is Spanberg. He can't control it. Bounces back to the blue line. Rochford dings it back in. Massena has to clear the zone. Here comes Saratoga lifting it high in the air. Bounces into the Massena zone. Rochford right back out again to Corey David, who drops for Spanberg. Here comes Spanberg right down the middle. Gets by one, by two. The shot. Fired it wide. I don't know if Santamore may have gotten a piece of it. Now the puck back to the blue line. Spanberg just drops it in the corner. Cleared back out. And it's knocked away by Dion. Made a good play. Spanberg dumps it from the red line. 3:27 left in the third period. 3-1 Massena. Blue Streaks clear it down the ice. That'll be an icing call. If it no, they wave it off. P.J. Rochford with it in the corner. Looks to tie it up. Kicks it ahead for Courier. Courier moves it along the boards. Doesn't clear the zone. Dump back in towards the slot. Here's a chance in front. Knocked away by Rochford. Goes in the corner. Going to be a penalty in front of the net. Roughing on who?
Probably Mike Dion. We'll wait and see. It's going to go against the Raiders. It will be a roughing call.
Boy, that other guy nailed Dion too.
Well, 3:02. The Raiders just 3 minutes and 2 seconds away to advancing to the state championship tomorrow afternoon, but they still have to kill off that big 3 minutes and 2 seconds. And Saratoga's going to go on a power play. Their power plays haven't been very effective. I think the Raiders have gotten 8 of the last 11 penalties, but Saratoga not able to capitalize. Good penalty killing by Massena, but they've got to kill another one off here. The face-off deep in the Raider end to the left of Luca Richards.
Okay, let's see here. Corey David, Josh Spanberg, Kerwin, and Joy out there to take the face-off. Tommy Ellis for Saratoga. Face-off in the Massena zone. Puck sits in the circle. They bang at it. David clears it to the blue line and out to center ice. Good job by Corey David. Dumped right back in the zone. Here comes Saratoga trying to move it through. They bang it in front. Here's a shot knocked down by Joy, and he racks it out to center ice. And down the ice it goes. Blue Streaks corral it in their own end, move it back out, knocked away by the Raiders' Spanberg. Streaks stolen away again momentarily by David, but the Streaks control. Here comes Ellis with it, knocked away. Here comes Spanberg. He's going to break in, and it's poke checked away before he can get to it. He ties it up in the corner, bangs at it. Corey David cruising in to help out. Goes back to the blue line. Joy with it, back in the corner. And around the boards it comes. Here comes Saratoga again as they move out to center ice, to the Massena line. In the zone it goes. They got a man busting through. It comes in the corner. Richards will leave it for Mike LaPointe, then flip it to Adam Blaze. Blaze gets tied up. Joy coming in to help out. Now it's Mike LaPointe moving it ahead. Blaze, what a package he is, finally flips it to the blue line. Kicks it, kicks at it. Where is it? It's still there. Poking around right out by the blue line. Who's got it? Blaze kicks it out to center ice. 10 seconds left in the power play. Here comes Saratoga. Shot from the blue line. Richards makes a funny save. The puck slides side of the net. Richards makes another save, and the puck comes to Mike LaPointe, and he flips it down the ice. The penalty is elapsed. And did they call the icing? Yeah, they did. Okay.
On that last save, Jerry, Andy Proler fired the puck. Richards was back in the net. He had been knocked in, and actually Proler hit Eric Tarantino, who was in front, down on his all fours, or that one would have put Saratoga up, or only down by one. Whoa, Raiders coming, Saratoga coming very close.
We're down to 1:32 left in the third period on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. It's 3-1 Massena.
Saratoga, nothing to throw everything but the kitchen sink. They're down 2 with a minute 32. They've got it. Getting beaten by 3 or 2 doesn't make any difference, so they're going to gamble, keeping everybody up on the line, inside the line, and came within a whisker of drawing to within 1.
Adam Blaze will take the face-off against Jeremy Wilson. Off the draw. The puck in the corner. Dion with it to Blaze. Back to Dion. He has it knocked away, comes up with it. Here is Dion controlling it out to center ice to the red line. Good heads-up play by Mike Dion. Puck comes to LaPointe in the corner. He just bangs it in behind the net for Pribble. Pribble trying to go back to LaPointe. It's stolen in front. The shot. Save made. Rebound. They score! Les Pribble gets the insurance. And Massena takes a 4-1 lead. And that should take care of it right there, as Saratoga really got sloppy with a puck in their own end, and Les Pribble, Johnny on the spot after another great chance, and Massena takes a 4-1 lead.
Again, a defensive turnover, and Joey Santamore deserves better than that, but Saratoga coughed it up deep in their own end, and Santamore made the first save, but Pribble parked out there, he's like a fire plug, and he spreads those legs, and you can't knock him off his feet. The Saratoga defenseman was hammering at him, but he wouldn't be moved. Santamore made the first save. It came right back to Pribble, and he potted the rebound up over a fallen Santamore.
Off the face-off, Corey David just backhands it. We're down to about a minute 5. Puck in the zone. 4-1 Massena leads on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. Joy trying to keep it in. He does. Here's Spanberg stepping by the check. Takes it in the corner, then backhands it behind the net. Corey David pinches by one defenseman, gets tied up. The bouncing puck comes free with 50 seconds left. Here come the Blue Streaks into the Massena zone. They just flip it across the blue line. Richards just clears it around the boards. It bounces back to the top of the circle. Joy has the puck now in front, flips it ahead. Here comes Converse with 32 seconds. He's going to take it across, waste little time trying to move behind, and he gets knocked down by the defenseman, Feltman. Puck in the corner. The clock's still running with 23 seconds left. Looks like the Raiders going to advance to the state championship game for the second time in the third time in 4 years. That's what it is. Frank Joy now, as the puck slides in the Massena zone. Defenseman almost got by him. Now it comes to Spanberg. 6 seconds. The countdown comes. It comes to Joy. He bangs it out to neutral ice. And the Raiders go to the championship with a 4-1 victory over the Blue Streaks of Saratoga. And just a well-played game by Massena. And they played within themselves, David, even when they got in penalty trouble.
Yeah, never panicked, never flustered, even when they got behind. Played within themselves. All 3 units worked hard. The defense strong as a piece of iron out there. And Luca Richards.